Right, in this video I'm going to be looking at how to fix a tripping light unit. So the obvious thing is, if it is tripping, try changing the light bulb. If it's not that, you can see on this old house the light fitting up there has been rummaged around and jiggled around. Check that if it's been tripping. When it trips, your main socket in your house will go off, so to do this you'll have to have it off. Use a head torch, and then so there's no chance of being electrocuted. So your main switch will trip. You will return with a head torch, and you will try and adjust the cabling and wire in there. You need a screwdriver to make sure everything's sitting correctly. If that's not the case, like I know it's not the case in this one, because years ago mice got above this ceiling of this house and bit through the cable, and it's been okay for years, but now it's gone to a state where there's a short in it. When the switch is switched on outside the wall, if this is the bathroom area, there's a loud crack, pop, and you might even be able to see a flash above it where it trips because there's a short circuit. Right, so thing not to do is don't go try pulling the cable down or pulling all this plaster off unless you're a very good plasterer. Most people are not. It's much easier to go from above. It could be, if it was the top floor of your house, it could be from the attic. If it's in this house, above this is a bedroom, so I'm going to have to go through the floorboards on the adjoining above room, I should say. Right, some of the things you need. I've got myself handy a crowbar, some decent solid core cabling, a light, because all the lights are going to go out when I trip the switch later on by pressing the wall switch. Claw hammer, see it back there. Few pliers, cutters. So I'm going to start off with these. I don't know if I need any more. Probably need something to take out the nails on the floor, just to dig in, maybe a good screwdriver. And well, you need the meter ruler to measure where the centre of the light is against the walls. When you go upstairs, you can translate that across. So you're taking up the correct floorboards. You can see in this house, floorboarded. Alright, let's do that. Right, so cleared away a lot of the stuff. Right, okay, I've got no carpet on this floor, so if you've got carpet, that's an extra issue you're going to have to deal with. So I know it's, if they all run along this way, all I need to do is find how far the light fitting sticks out from the wall below, and I've already measured it as about 80 something, so that's not in inches, 80 something. There it is. I've got my meter rule, so I know which board or two. I'm probably going to take out 2 boards. It's going to get me access to the light fitting below. So 85 I think, so right the one I'm stepping on probably, and maybe this one and this one. I'll take another measurement downstairs just to double check, so I'm even be able to get away with just one board. Luckily I went downstairs and checked, it's actually 1 meter, so those 2 boards are the ones I want to target. Put a bit of tape on there just so I don't forget which one it is. So you see now I had nails in there, so I'm gonna have to do a bit of digging with a I've got a pry tool, a prying tool I mean, and I'm gonna pry some of the wood away, get a claw hammer underneath, and remove the nails. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it. I'm sure there's a real professional tool that I can have, but I don't know what it is. If you know, leave a comment in the comment section. So there's going to be the main structure is going to run across like so, isn't it? So here there'll be a board, like a vertical piece of wood probably, and here's one, Here's one here. So the good thing about that is I can follow these other ones, you know, and also the holes in the board. And because I've already taped it, I know which way around is the board. I know it's that way. So the refitting is a reversal removal. So I've got quite a few nails to get out. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do these without damaging the nails. I should try. If I get the nails out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hammer them flat and then reuse them. If you've got a claw hammer, you use it on nails with a nice big head like that one there. I don't think I'm going to have any more luck like that. Put the claw in there like so. I've already just wedged out with the pry tool. And it should come out, but it will come out slightly bent. So we'll do it one way, then the other. That wasn't very big nail, was it? So this cannot be one of the original nails, but I'll keep it anyway. So claw hammer could not do the job very easily. I'm digging right here. Right here. Yep, still not picking up. Right here. So here's some ear defenders. Bigger hammer. I don't know how big that is. £4, I think. Proper chisels. Right, I'll try it. So I need ear defenders. Don't want my eardrums bursting. I know, you know I'm not hitting against metal, but still, good idea not to risk your hearing. Okay, so dig around, I guess. Dig around the wood. So it feels a lot better already using a proper chisel. Just stick it in a corner of it in there. Probably see it from this angle a bit better. Not going to be pretty when it's finished. What can we do? I bet that's just a very small head. One of them thick nails with a small head. The head is about the same size as the shaft, I bet. I've seen those sort of nails before. Not made for removal. Let's put it that way properly. A cone shape to it, usually. I'm sure there's someone that's saying, "Oh, do it this way, do it that way." Probably an easier way of doing it. Probably the easier way of doing it is just to cut a section out or something like that. Probably an easier way. Then your floor is going to be unstable. I do one, and I've got about 20 to do. Do one if I can. There's a lot of digging. Try and get more around it. God, this wood is like 50 years old. But someone's saying just use a crowbar, wedge it in and pull. Use the leverage in the crowbar just to wrench it up. Don't know, might work, might not work. So this goes. The head is just hard to see. It's something to grip onto, not like the other nail. Very hard to see. Right. There's nothing, there's no edge there. I knew it. Keep digging. Right, after a lot of chipping away. So these tools come in very handy, these grippers. I think what I need is one of them very large ones that the ends close like that, and they're very long. So if I was to grasp the end of this one of them, that would easily come up, but I haven't got one of those, so maybe something to put in my memory bank to buy one. But I'm just kind of not trying to ruin the nail. I'm just kind of going around like this, different angles, and it's coming out. I'm going to leave it as straight as possible because I will be banging these back in afterwards. Okay, so not too bad, not too long. These are 50-year-old nails. Pretty good. So I've just got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to do on this side. 6, 7. 7 are doing this on this plank. So there's about 8 nails on each plank, and that took me, I don't know, 20 minutes to take out. So put that in the bag, keep it. So this is the least destructive way. If I went in from below, what I find is, you know, I'm not a plasterer, and it'll be a mess, and it may not help me to locate where there are breakers in the cable, because originally the house would have been built, the ceiling would have been there, then, you know, the cable's then laid, then the floorboards on top. So if I dismantle it the way it was put in, the reverse of how it was put in, that would be the best technique, the best least destructive way. So I'll run you through it. So chip away at the wood, and it's quite a good idea actually get the chisel, I've noticed, against the metal. No, I think what they do is when they hammer these nails in, they put like a pin on top and hammer it in some more so it doesn't catch your feet when you walk. But it makes it very difficult to remove them. And these nails, as you see, have got a very small kind of flat head. It's not really even flat, but I could just about claw it out when I got lots of the metal out. Alright, so with these nails, it's not even a bad idea just to hammer away at the edge and then try and lift it like so. Alright, because I think it helps to loosen it. Once you see it starts to loosen, that's you're almost halfway there. So I should put my air defenders on. Right, so you see the head. If I go this way, you might be able to see it better. If you see the head slightly move as I'm doing that, that's actually a good thing. You're helping to break. You're helping to break the kind of the kind of bond between the wood and the metal. I guess if it was like a bolt or something in a car, you would just be breaking the joint, which would be good. You get like a little crack sometimes. So as I'm doing that. Lift it. Now I'm trying to push down on the. So I saw it move just a tiny bit. So obviously you gotta watch your hand here. I've already hit my hand knuckle on my thumb a couple of times. So see it slightly move. So that's a good thing. And as you chip away on the metal underneath, it's going to cause a little ridge. I noticed the big hammer was not very good for doing this. Too difficult to lift up. So I'm causing a little ridge underneath them, underneath while I'm chipping away. So it's something for the pliers to grip the I don't know what you call these sharp pliers. I don't know what you call them. Second thoughts. You remember those big pliers that crunch? I'm not sure it will work with these particular nails. So going underneath, it's not enough. I'm going to have to chip away some more wood. Okay, just about moving. And I've noticed if you grasp the base of it, it's better than grasping the top of it. So it kind of is looking to move. I really should chip away some more of the wood. You chip away more of the wood, I think. Myself a bit of grip. And I've got some plaster of Paris wall filler basically. What I'll do later on when I hammer these nails back is hammer it flat against the floorboards, but not against the dimple, if you know what I mean. So I'm not hammering with that dimple. I'll just fill it up with, fill up the hole with plaster of Paris. It'll look ugly, but it depends, you know, if you want, you could put a new floorboard in, but it depends what, you know, state the rest of your house is in this house. Don't really matter. I might notice. Let me vacuum that off. Deeper. Let's move to it. There we're there. That's doing it. Right, so after I film this one, it's a full removal really. You know, you should know what to do. I'm pressing down, right? I'm getting an angle, going round. I'm pressing downwards to get some leverage. These pliers are probably actually by accident ideal for the job. I don't think I'll be able to do it with them ones with their flat gripper end. The ones that do that, I don't know if it'll work. It will work from now, but at the earliest stage it won't work, I don't think. So try and get the jaws of the pliers right low in the shaft or the metal, and it works better that way. So the claw hammer may even be usable right now. It's all loose now anyway. Right, see if it'll fit. Just about, there we go. Now the claw hammer comes into its own. Spin it around, there's the twister now. There we go. Right, so if you haven't hit the like button and subscribe, please do so already. That'd be great. Do it for me now, I just say. Right, that's one more nail saved. So when I go hammer it back, I'm just going to hammer in part way, like I said. One intact 50-year-old nail. Also, I'm taking a gamble here, but I suspect the cable would be resting lower on the ground. I can't imagine the cable being stuck up against the board. You've got to also watch out for things like water pipes as well. You've got to be very careful with this. So I'm going to make it quite a shallow cut, not all the way through. And I'll keep testing it with a very small screwdriver. And then where there's a little bit of wood left, I'll just break it then with a crowbar. But I've got to break this bond right here. Careful you don't slice things up your own cable. Right from there, eye protection on. Let's just do a cut. The easiest way I think I can do it, because I know with these things what you're supposed to do is to lay it at one end and then finish on the other end, so they're all the boards insert into each other. But we cannot do that because I'm not going to get all the boards out. So you just got to watch out for electrical cable underneath, and also I'm going to get everything everything out of the way actually. So danger is from flying blades. If you wear safety boots or something, probably I should do, in case it cuts my feet. This thing's a bit... So I've angled that guard a bit more so it protects me if anything goes flying towards me. Can't be too... Look, that was deep enough. I don't know if you can see. However depth I set it at was enough. I'm just going to get a torch. You know, we'll use a little tiny screwdriver just to double check if I've gone deep enough. And it's not gone all the way through yet. Looking for it just to go through and then drop. Let's try it again. Okay. Metal. So wood, I don't know. Don't know at all. I wonder if I've got a saw-like edge. Yeah, I don't think this is the right tool for the job, or the blade isn't right. I need something for saw edge. So what I might do is just dent it a bit. Hopefully nothing comes flying at me, and then use a drill just to drill some small holes in it, and then use a hacksaw, like a single blade hacksaw that I can poke through. Probably the easiest way. Much. It's about the only thing it's good for. I am going to be using this, a stud and water pipe detector. So I'm going to set it for, obviously across where the nails are there's going to be wooden beams, right? So I'm going to mark them off with tape. If there is any water pipes, I've got to be careful, they're only partially kind of cut through, and I'll probably end up using electrical saw. Right, so stud detector number 2 is stud. Gently sensitive. Okay, right, so one or the other. So if I put it on number 2, it shouldn't go off all the time. Let's try the water pipe one. So notice it's not detecting anything now. There we go. It detects a metal water pipe. I wonder if it'll work. So it's anything metal will go off. So set it so it just about goes off, I would say. Set it so that's 2 not sensitive, even that's not setting it off. So on the surface you want to do it on, do it till it's just about to go off, and draw it back a little bit and run it along. So I'm going to detect for water pipe. There was a water pipe underneath there, should detect it. Looks like my stud detector is not working. The water pipe detector is working. Don't detect any water pipe, which is good. I'm just going to mark off with tape, just to remind myself not to cut anywhere near it. It's going to be basically horizontal boards that go across these vertical boards. Right, I don't know how thick they are, and that's the thing. So I'm probably just going to maybe cut along here using drill a few holes, cut along, use a screwdriver and prod it, and then I'll kind of locate it that way. Probably that's the best way. It's not easy, this. You do not want to cut through your main support boards. Right, so I'll drill a couple of holes using this handsaw at a shallow angle. Just cut it through nicely. I don't want to use the machine. I don't want to use the electrical saw. That thing's brutal. You won't be able to feel this rate. When I come across one of the main beams going across, I'll be able to feel a difference. I will stop anyway when I get anywhere near it. I'll use a screwdriver, something to poke through as well. I get close to poke through just to check where the board is, where the cross board is. You know, don't use an angle grinder, because I could have set some tinder on fire if I had any tinder near it. You know, I vacuumed it all away. Don't do that. It was a mistake. So I'm just doing a shallow cut. You can see that. It's going across the top of it. And at some point it's going to be weak enough for me to put the crowbar through, and then just wrench off the rest of it at some point. And I probably will fill this with filler as well. I'm having a gap in it. No, I think I'll leave it, because I have to do his job again in the future. So just prodding the tip of that through. This is just the right tool for the job. Guys, you gotta get your tools. I'm just going to cut the surface of this. Such a shallow angle, I'm just going to cut the surface. I know there's got to be a main beam underneath. Just going to weaken it. Might not even bother cutting through. Yeah, this is going to work. Makes sense. Whereas the electrical saw would have gone straight up and down, buzzed through the main support beam, which is not good. This way I can feel for anything like metal pipes, anything like that, have enough time to react to the air. That's perfect. So this is going to work. Right, let me slowly work through this. Do not underestimate this task, I would say, because you don't know what's underneath. You have to take your time.